It's lifestyle, it's culture, it's connection. More music, less noise, more feeling, more life. This isn't just a station.
So beliefs like that can be very, very harmful. And I need them to understand that cesarean section is not a life sentence. It's not a death sentence. It doesn't mean you're not good enough as a woman. It doesn't mean your people who are giving birth their vagina is better than you. No. It just means at that point in time that is the best available option for you.
Why do you think a lot of people, or, sometimes husbands don't even consent? Sometimes it's mother-in-laws. But it's just crazy to me. So why do you think they do not necessarily consent to this? What is the problem?
I think one of the issue is their religious belief. Like I said, they heard stories they've heard in the past about some things that happened to someone, which they don't understand that we are in an age where technology is going more advanced, and then a lot of research are going on. So you will hear people say things like, "Oh, when my great grandmother, somebody in our family did it and they died," and they say this is the reason why they died. No, it could be that there are other complications leading to the death, but they are not patient enough to hear that. So they just conclude on the fact that, oh, this particular practice, you shouldn't do it in our family. So it's quite very harmful. And then I would employ that people are now more educative, try to read, go on the internet, search, and read more about these things. They are very, very important.
All right, let's get into warning signs during pregnancy that should never, never be ignored.
Yeah. There are a lot of warning signs that should never be ignored. I think one of the major things is hemorrhage. If a woman is bleeding in pregnancy, it's abnormal. Normally, you're supposed to bleed a little when implantation occurs. It's just a little. It's called spurting. But in a situation where you're bleeding excessively, that is abnormal. A woman should not ignore bleeding in pregnancy. You run. In fact, run to the hospital. It's very, very important. Also, one of the things a woman should not ignore is the blood pressure. It's important that a woman should check her blood pressure regularly, because there's a condition called preeclampsia or eclampsia. Is when a woman have pregnancy-induced hypertension that can overly be high. It can cause harm to the mother and also harm to the baby. The mother can either lose her life or the baby can have a lot of abnormalities. So it's important that the woman should check her blood pressure and also a sugar level and glucose sugar level in pregnancy, because there are conditions called gestational diabetes that can happen. So these three major things are three things they should watch out for: the blood sugar, their blood pressure, and also bleeding.
All right, let's get into this is the last question, by the way. Common mistakes that expectant mothers make during pregnancy.
Well, there are a whole lot. But I think one of the major mistakes that these women makes in pregnancy is the fact that they'll tell you, "Oh, antenatal, they're really not doing anything."
Really?
Yeah, they'll tell you I can resume antenatal at any time. I've seen women resuming antenatal at 5 months, 20 weeks in pregnancy. They'll tell you, "Oh, the drugs you're giving us, we can just get it in pharmacy and just get it done." It's a huge mistake, because antenatal doesn't just involve the drugs; it involves the psychosocial well-being of a pregnant woman. So we check everything. So resuming antenatal early, it's very, very important. And most women don't resume antenatal early. They resume later whenever they feel like. It's only those who are intentional about their health that actually resume early. So please, please, and please, pregnant women, please resume antenatal early.
You've heard Nurse Mary, resume antenatal early, okay?
Yes.
Please, it's important. All right, if every expectant mother listening today remembered one thing from this conversation, what do you think it should be?
It should be every pregnancy is different. Yes, every pregnancy is different. What works for A can work for B, and then there's nothing wrong with you if you have a cesarean section. You're human. You just have a different scenario that requires a different treatment approach. It doesn't make you less of a human. And then as pregnant women, please, it's very important for you to take enough water. Water should be your second handbag. Take enough water, and then just check your health. It's for your own good. And stick to treatment regimen, stick to the drug, stick to whatever it is you're being told in the hospital.
All right. Nurse Mary, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing such, insightful, practical, and reassuring information. We truly appreciate your time and expertise.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
All right. Every pregnant woman listening, or everyone that has a friend or knows somebody expecting, cesarean section is totally advisable. You've heard it from the expert. Drink loads of water and do not necessarily indulge them. When they say they are craving chalk, soil, all those weird things, do not indulge them, okay? Pregnancy is a journey and no one should have to walk it without the right information, support, or care. Don't let fear, myths, or misinformation guide your decisions. Ask questions, attend your antenatal appointments, please, and never hesitate to speak to a qualified healthcare professional whenever you have concerns. Because when it comes to your health or health, both mother and the baby, informed decisions can make all the difference. I'm Louie, and this has been Health on Air on Rhythm 93.7 FM. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back again on Tuesday, 2:30 with another important health conversation. Until then, take care of yourself, stay informed, and stay healthy.
This is your rhythm. Rhythm FM, growing with you everywhere. From your very first day in secondary school, to campus dreams that kept you awake at night, to that first job interview that changed everything. From traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge to quiet midnight thoughts under an open sky, there has always been one frequency riding with you. Rhythm 93.7 FM didn't just play music, we scored your moments. When you celebrated, we turned it up. When you stumbled, we lifted your spirit. When the nation held its breath, we stayed present, informing, connecting, caring. Across Lagos, Port Harcourt, Benin, Abuja, and every heartbeat in between. One rhythm, one sound, one family. And now, beyond borders, streaming across continents, connecting Nigerians in the diaspora and global listeners searching for the sound of home. We didn't just grow, we grew with you. Through weddings and wins, through heartbreaks and hustle, through late nights, early mornings, and everything in between. Because it was never just radio. It's lifestyle, it's culture, it's connection.